We now return to the Transformers.
Oh, hey, look, it's Soundwave. You suck. You got your ass kicked by a Smurf. You suck. Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Transformers Legacy figure, and it's Blaster with Eject. Now, this initially came out in Transformers Kingdom, however, I never saw that figure on the shelf anywhere in the state of Indiana, so luckily, much like Astro Train, this figure breached into the next line, which is cool. So I found this at a local Walmart in Franklin, Indiana. Super excited because this is one of my favorite characters and it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and jump in there and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Blaster in the packaging, and it's the open face that I just absolutely hate. These boxes feel so cheap, but it's got the Legacy logo at the top up here. We've got some nice artwork here. It says Transformers Legacy. There's Blaster right there, and he's boombox mode, so just kind of a close-up. There it is. I do like that art. That looks pretty cool. Legacy logo. Side of the package has got some artwork of Blaster. This side has kind of a poster kind of vibe, and I swear we're going to get another Rodimus repaint. So just kind of looking at the box itself. There's Blaster, and then here is our poster-style art. Very cool. With the Legacy logo at the bottom. The back of the package here says Blaster transforms into his boombox in 20 steps, and then we've got Eject as well, and then the play gimmick, how that works with him. So yeah, it's pretty much the back of the package there. Let's go ahead and get him out of box and see what we think. So here we have Blaster and Eject down here out of the package, and these guys look pretty darn cool, I will give it that. Eject is very tiny. Blaster is a very solid figure. I like how there's very little hollow bits on him, and Eject looks pretty good. I'm just not too big on this translucent plastic going on. I know the Legacy line's got the Energon infused stuff, but I wonder how long that crystal plastic is going to hold up. It looks cool, but I don't know. So Blaster also comes with his gun here, so very similar to the G1 style gun, which is a very nice. I definitely dig that. Looks a lot like that old school gun. Very, very cool. So we'll throw this over here to the side. And let's take a look at Eject here real quick. So looks cool. I just wish it was a solid blue. I don't know. I wonder how that's going to hold up. I guess we'll see. So ball joint up here. Shoulders do move. They're very stiff, but they will go up and down. He's got ball joints at the elbow. They move out. Hips are on ball joints, nothing at the waist. There's a knee joint. So yeah, that's about it as far as articulation on Eject there. As far as Blaster goes, his articulation, he's got a ball joint up at the head, which is nice. He's got a twist at the waist. His arms do move outward. They move up and down. There is a twist at the upper arm. He's got a nice elbow joint that goes up and down. The wrists do move, but that's really more for transformation. The front leg kicks that forward. Backwards doesn't too much unless you lift his butt flap up, and then it will kick back. The legs do splay out quite a bit. We got a twist at the upper leg. We get a nice knee joint as well. So it goes that deep. And then the feet are on hinges, but that's kind of for transformation. And then we've got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. Taking a closer look at the figure itself, sculpt, very nice. I like the head sculpt. I love the body work, I like how it's not hollow hardly anywhere. The yellow on the chest plate looks good. I like the translucent blue on the chest itself. The Autobot logo looks gorgeous on the yellow with the white outline. I mean, this has a very G1 vibe to it in an updated version of the character, and it's just absolutely stunning. Looking at the midsection of the figure, again, sculpted well. I like how he's got the little pointy finger that he can use to eject out of his tape deck, which is very nice. Again, the gun's sculpted well. I like the buttons. You know, you push it down, it opens up the chest compartment. Everything there just looks great. And he's got a weird little butt flap on the back, which I guess that works. And then taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, sculpted well. I like how the handles fold into the legs. I love how everything wraps up on the back, nice and solid. Everything folds into place. Now, the weird thing is he's got the speakers on his shins, which look really nice, but they're open cones, and when you go to transform him, you flip them around so they've got brace cones in the boombox mode, and it's cool. It's a nice detail, but it's completely unnecessary, and I just wonder why it's like that. And finally, taking a look at Eject here. Again, it's sculpted well. It's blue. It's got the gold pieces on the front, as Eject should. I just feel like this crystal plastic, while it looks cool, it doesn't look right for the figure. I can see it being a weapon or something, and I just hope that the crystal doesn't degrade over time, because we've seen that happen with other figures. For comparison, here we have the Legacy Blaster and Eject with their Wavemate Legacy Kickback, and as you can see, Blaster's definitely a lot bigger than the Insecticon Kickback, as, well, he should be. Alright, so let's take a look at the play gimmicks and transformations on these guys. So, Blaster, we can push the button here, and his tape deck is going to open up, which is kind of cool. Definitely digging that. You can maneuver his hand so that he's quote-unquote pushing the button, which is nice, much like the Netflix Soundwave, so that's pretty cool. I definitely dig that. Looks good, and there's a lot of detail on the inside. Don't know if the camera is going to pick that up or not, but let's look at the transformation for Eject. It's pretty simple. You're going to spin his head backwards like that, and then flip that down into the back. The arms, you're going to kind of twist up and around, and you're going to get the ball pieces up under his armpits. So just kind of have to find where they are. There we go. So we're going to take this one, flip this up underneath as well, so that it looks like that. And then the legs, you're just going to have to spin around, kind of find which way they want to go. So just kind of pull around and then put them flat like this. Same way with this, kind of see where your joint is. And then I'm just going to spin the other way, and then fold that inward. Make sure everything is nice and tight, and there he is in his cassette tape mode, his cassati mode. And then now if you just put it directly in, it's not going to go all the way down. Be aware of that. So you got to kind of put it at a weird angle to get it in quite right, because it won't close. So just kind of be aware of that. You got to find the right spot, and there it goes. It'll go right into place, fit nice and snug, just like that. And that is the play gimmick and the transformation for Eject. Now, the transformation for Blaster is actually not too terribly bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this back piece up first, like this, and then we're just going to fold his head backward and like that. And then we're going to close this piece up. Then we're going to take his arms and kind of lift them upward like this. And then his hands are actually going to fold upward, which is weird. You would think they would go down, but they actually fold upward. And then you're going to kind of fold up the arms like this, so that they're kind of condensed inward. And then you're going to fold them downward like this. and then you're going to twist the waist around, fold the butt flat up, and then we're going to open up the back of the legs, and then we're going to flip open this piece here on each side, like that. And then we're going to spin these around, and then we're going to flip these speakers around. Why, I don't know, but it's a nice detail, I suppose. So we're going to flip those around, and then we're going to fold the footies up into the leg, just like this. And then we're going to spin the legs around so that the hollow bits can go up around the arms. And this is going to be a little goofy. You're going to want to close them in, but you're going to kind of want to pull them outward a little to get them to go in. So just be aware, it's going to be a little odd. All right, so you're going to fold these pieces, push the wrist down a little bit to get that to go upright, and it will connect into place. So again, you're going to push the wrist down a little bit here on the side, and then push that into place, and it will actually snap into place like this. So once that's all together, then you're going to take the butt flap and you're going to kind of push it down and snap it into place as well. So that's going to line up just like that. Make sure it's all interconnected. And then we're going to unpeg the handlebar up here. And then we're going to unpeg the handle here. Spin it around, and then we're just going to connect those together. And here we have Blaster in his boombox mode. And of course, you've got the gun. You're going to store that. There's a little peg in the middle of the battery case there. And if you look at the back of the gun, there's going to be a little slot. Where's it at? There it is. You're going to slot that in, and then it's going to just clip onto the back like this. So there it is. There's the little slot right there on the handle. And that's going to go between the batteries to store it on the back like that. And there we have our boombox mode. So let's go ahead and zoom in and take a look at this a little bit better. So there we go. Here's our boombox. Looking very 80s, very cool. I'm definitely digging it. Looks a lot like Blaster did, and love the yellow, love the speakers, the dials. Opens up, got the cassette in there. Looks cool. We got the handle at the top, extra speakers on the side, got the battery pack back there. Take the gun off if you want to. Just looks really cool. Really nice, very compact, and just looks like an 80s boombox, as Blaster should. So is the Transformers Legacy Blaster and Eject something that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, if you were looking for this set when it was in the Kingdom line and missed it, then this is a great opportunity to pick it up. Being a Blaster fan, this was a no-brainer for me. I definitely wanted it. If you're a Soundwave guy, you typically want to get Blaster to go with it. I think this is a great figure. The transformation's not too terribly complex at all. It looks good. It's very G1-esque. It's got a lot of good play gimmicks. There's not a lot of hollow bits, not a lot of kibble. Just looks really, really good. The biggest drawback to me on this figure is the fact that Eject is made out of crystal blue plastic, and that's kind of the gimmick of this line, but it is what it is, and I don't know. I hope we get more of the cassettes like we did with Soundwave. I definitely want Ram Horn. He was always one of my favorites, and then Rewind and the others, the cats. I think that'd be a lot of fun, but yeah, this is definitely a great piece. If you see him, I definitely recommend picking him up. So there he is, Blaster from Transformers Legacy. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to click all the things, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for new videos, and follow me on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.